subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
The thing that pissed me off about Martin was how much he would go on Pam. Like, I know, like, and this is coming from a girl who I love me a good, like, joking ass movie. And even when the joking movie is like, damn, like, that was fucked up. Like, I'm not like too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm honestly not, I'm problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key. But my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me. Or like, I don't know. It's like Pam was so beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, like, I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel like I was being fed. You know what I'm saying? Like, of just like always going on Pam, always, like, that's all I remember. And I didn't like that. But like, so I feel conflicted because while I feel like this show is incredible and I feel like Martin is a legendary show and all of the actors and Tommy and like everybody, like legendary, amazing. Like, I adore them all. Like, you have no idea. And I adore Martin. Like, I adore him. It just would piss me off. Like the joking on Pam. I just didn't like that, like I'll always kind of feel a way about that.
All right, let me get some more calls in here. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Brother Dan. Shout out to Cousin Jerry. All right, let me get some more calls in here. Genius. Let's get Genius in the building. Mr. Genius in the building.
Yo, Tariq,
What's up,
bro?
Genius? How are you?
Nothing, you're mad entertaining. Some nights it's hilarious. Sometimes it's serious. Keep it up, bro. You're entertaining.
Absolutely. What's on your mind, bro? Where you from again, Genius?
I'm in Toronto, from Toronto.
Okay, but your family's from because we spoke before, right?
Yeah. I called in a couple of times. I've been listening to you for years, man. There's no hate, nothing. I know you have a little tension with the Somalis and stuff, but it is what it is.
Something. Yeah, I think I heard your forehead bopping up against the phone, so I said he must be Somali, but it's all good. So what's on your mind, brother?
No. Just actually, I was trying to get up the other day, come speak with you, but you guys had a good show the other day. Tonight, what's the show about tonight? I just hopped on.
Yeah, man, we're just talking general stuff, man. It's open. What's on your mind?
Yo, okay. My question, Tariq, right? You see in Minnesota, right? All these Somalis there, like taking political office and stuff. Why does that threaten like the FBA movement? Like, or does it at all? Because I see the white supremacists, they hate
What
it.
makes you think Foundation Black Americans are threatened by it?
Just by Twitter, like I just see them post stuff and stuff like
Like
that.
what? Like what do they post?
Memes and stuff, and trying to make Somalis look bad and stuff. Yeah.
Over there running, he looks. I mean, the dude looks weird. I mean, not to disparage anybody, but the nigga looks like an extra from Captain Phillips. The dude looks weird. His eyes are bugging, and he's bony and hungry looking. And
No, but he's born in DC. He's not even from Somalia, to be
it
honest.
don't matter. Yeah, he's a Somali. It don't matter where he was born. He's a Somali, which is fine. It's fine, but he looks crazy. He just looks, I don't want this dude. He get elected, then all of a sudden there's a big shipment of bushmeat coming in. You don't know what's going to happen with this guy. He looks weird.
Nah, chill. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
so he just looks weird. He just looks weird, and I don't know what his policies are that's going to benefit us. He's clearly going to benefit other Somalis and other immigrants. So he looked like he ain't going to do shit for us. You can tell.
He has a socialist ideology, so like it's more so like helping the communities and giving back.
We can look at you and tell when you ain't gonna do shit for us. We can just look at you and tell. We can look at him like if he was a cab driver, we know he ain't gonna stop to pick us up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on, that's not true. That's not true. Yo, a lot of people, right? So I've been seeing a lot of videos of like Ethiopians, Sudanese, and then they just say it's Somalis. Like I think we're getting a lot of the hate online, but even though it's not Somali people, it's usually like you know, like we look like a lot of different races, like in Africa, right? So like I don't know. Even that guy who was getting deported the other day by ICE, and he was like making a big fuss, and the cameras are following. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
They said it was a Somali guy. He's Ethiopian.
Okay, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. So yeah, he was kicking and screaming, and boy, and a lot of people are like, boy, for folks who act so proud of their flags, the minute you get sent home, well, you act like it's a death sentence. The dude was like crying and kicking, and dude, you're getting sent home. You're not going to jail. Hell, when we get sent to jail, we have our head up. Like, hey, life in prison, I ain't it. You know, we just walk in there with our head up. They're like, about to go back to Ethiopia. Oh no, shit.
No, they should start like okay, if you're gonna deport someone, you should also deport like even the kids. Not that it's bad. Like I mean, you can't separate families. You know what I mean? So the guy probably had young kids born in America, and he's probably thinking like, what's gonna happen? You know, that's probably like if it like there has to be some way to like either deport the whole family or just keep them there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So that's something y'all got to work that thing out. Now, have you been to the U.S. before?
Oh yeah, I used to live in the States for a little
Oh,
bit.
cool, 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 cool. And
Yeah.
shout out to the Somalis. I don't have a problem with Somalis. I'm cool with y'all.
Yeah, yeah. When they come on here trolling, yo, don't take it to heart, bro. They're all crazy, bro. We actually, me personally, I've been rocking with you since
No
2015. I see you on those podcasts and stuff with like Charlemagne and stuff, you know.
respect. I do not have a problem with them calling up. I got them. Oh, I got them. I can handle them. So that's not a problem, my man. But anyway, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right.
Oh yeah, them Somalis calling up trying to troll. That's we packed that up a while ago. They don't do that no more. No, they didn't. They wanted to get into a roast battle and didn't quite know who they were dealing with. Yo, they didn't know what they were dealing with. This is roasting culture. This is what we do. Speaking of roasting culture, did y'all see singer Ari Lennox? Ari Lennox, and I think she's from out there in DC, right? Ari, I like Ari. I like some of her stuff. I like her voice, has a unique voice. But Ari, she said something very interesting. She did a podcast and she did an interview. She's talking about the Martin show. And she talked about how when Martin used to snap on Pam, which is my homegirl, Tachina Arnold, shout out to Tachina. She said, "Oh, I felt a certain way about it. Oh, me being a chocolate girl and all of this." And um, he was roasting her and snapping on her and insulting her. And I felt a way. It was like because she was dark skinned. So Ari took it to some other shit. Ari took it to some hating because she was dark skinned. And Ari, I guess she's projecting her own little insecurities growing up as a little dark skinned chocolate girl. I guess there's some people have complexes growing up or whatever, but sometimes they start projecting this stuff that's not really applicable. About the Martin show, the Martin character never snapped on Pam because of her skin tone. He never did that. Martin never, if you were, and I watch Martin religiously. He never snapped on her because of her skin tone. And Tachina's always been a beautiful sister. And the Pam characters are always funny. He would snap on Pam for the beady beads and run over shoes and stuff like that. And the thing is, she would roast the shit out of him back. She would hold her own. She would get him back. Talk about how his ears and how short he was. So she would snap right back. So it wasn't a problem. You understand? That was the whole appeal of the show. And also, everybody got roasted. It wasn't a color thing. Tommy got roasted for being bald head. The Cole character got roasted for being dumb. Gina, who's very light skinned, she got roasted for a big head, apple head. They make jokes about her head. Everybody got it on the damn show. So yeah, it wasn't about no damn skin tone thing. See, a lot of people, listen, a lot of people, they have historic trauma, because of centuries of Eurocentric beauty standards and anti-blackness. A lot of people think subconsciously that lighter skin is more desirable, more respectable, more worthy. So even if a joke isn't about skin tone, they'll take that internalized trauma and make it you know, projected onto it. You understand? And a lot of folks, because they have some kind of insecurity, they don't know the difference between aesthetic and color. A lot of people conflate general appearance based insults, like, hey, you look like a goat mouth, or you got nappy hair. They'll equate that with colorism, because a lot of people experience those type of insults. They've been targeted. Usually they might have been darker skinned. They got roasted because they might have been darker skinned. Even if the joke isn't about skin tone, I think they think that it overlaps into being dark skinned because they feel devalued. Y'all remember on Wilding Out, they had Azealia Banks on there and they were roasting her ass, talking about how goofy she looked and how funny she looked and how ugly she is, all that. And all her little internalized insecurities came out. She's like, "Oh God, this sounds colorist." They're like, "What? Everybody saying about your color? Oh, I feel this is colorist. Oh, this is colorist." Like nobody said nothing about her skin tone at all. But she started damn near about to cry because DC Young Fly, like, yo, ugly ass. I mean, he roasts everybody like that, but yeah, she started getting bent out of shape. See, that family, this is what roasting was about in our culture, foundational Black American culture. We created the dozens, we created roasting as a way to build each other up psychologically. The dozen, that was a little psychological game that we would play with each other to insult each other in very witty ways and to see who had the best comeback. And whoever got emotional, you lost, which was the point. The point was to stay non emotional about getting roasted. Just come back with a better, wittier insult, because this is going to train you for dealing with the dominant society. When you get out there in the world, people are going to insult you left and right. You better know how to keep your cool. So roasting and playing the dozens, that was a training ground for foundational Black Americans to psychologically prepare to deal with the insults and the jabs and the degradation and the disrespect we would get from the outside world. Because we had to learn how to be cool. We couldn't get emotional. Somebody say, "Hey, nigga, get up out of here." Oh, what you talking about? We couldn't get emotional. You know, a lynch mob would form on your ass. So we had to know how to be cool. We had to learn how to be strategic, you see. So we just got to understand that concept and that the context of that. Oh man, let me see. We got a lot of folks in here. We do have a lot of people in here. Um, let me see. Let me get some new faces. Let's get Brainiac. Let's get Brainiac in here. Brainiac in the building. Brainiac in the building. And then we'll get Brainiac, and then we get Megalodon. Brainiac, are you in here? Or did you
Good evening. How are you doing, my
what's up,
man?
Megalodon?
Hey, man, you have dropped some gems. And that playing the dozens, I have told people that my entire life and they didn't understand. But the way that you explained it, perfect,
Yeah.
brother. I appreciate you. So, and yeah, in corporate America, man, if I did not go through that as a child, the things that was spat at me when I tried to take a company public was just atrocious. But because I went through that as a kid, that shit just rolled off my
Oh yeah,
back, and I wound up taking the company public. You know what I'm
it
saying?
is. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So anyhow, I just wanted to say, hey, I appreciate you, brother, and I'm gonna step down and listen to your
I
knowledge. So
much respect to you, brother. I appreciate that. Carlos,
Hello, sir. How you doing,
I'm
Tariq?
good.
It is a pleasure. It is a great pleasure to be on your show. And what I'm listening today, it's breaking records, bro. Everything you're saying is completely truth. I totally believe in what you're saying.
Yes.
I do believe that yes, our societies where we are in the lower part of here, Mexico and Jamaica and other places in the Caribbean or United States as well. We have fought for liberties for hundreds, not even possibly thousands of years. And yeah, I totally agree with you. And we are one of the most uh, humbled societies that have been ruling the earth for the last 2,000 years. And we're going to help each other. Help the lower hand because that's going to give you a higher hand over the ground.
Hmm. All right, Carlos, where you from?
I am from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Okay, there you go. You in Los Angeles now?
Uh, no, that's my place of residence I used to have back then when I lived there I lived in Bellflower by Downey,
Okay.
close to Compton, uh, Long Beach. I lived there. I lived also in San Diego for a while, and I also lived in Santa Cruz, California. And finally, I lived in the Caribbean, the Princess Cruises. I was a recruit for the Princess Cruises back in 2001.
There you go. There you go. All right. Thank you so much, Carlos. I don't know
You're
what Carlos is talking about, to be honest. I don't even know what he's talking about. Moolah, hop in. Let's get Moolah Monster. And if we don't get Moolah Monster, let's get Queen. Miss Queen, hop on, Queen. All right. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I'm going to get both of you out the queue. All right. Don't hit that button if you are not ready. Do not hit that button if you are not ready to get up here and chop it up. Let's get this sister here, Shenandoah Israel. Let's get Miss Shenandoah Israel in the building. Shenandoah. All right, Shenandoah. She's taking a minute. So while we wait on Shenandoah, let's get Akram. Akram. All right. I hope everybody gets their phones together, ladies and gentlemen. All right, while on Akram, let's get Bigoted Beth. Bigoted Beth, hop on in. Bigoted Beth, unmute your microphone. Okay, what's going on with people's phones over here? Hi,
Hello.
Shenandoah.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. What's up, ma'am?
Hey.
How are you?
I I'm fine. Well, Tariq, I'm shocked that I actually got on.
Okay. Why
But
why are you shocked?
well, because this is like my fourth time trying to, you know, tap into the spaces. Um so yeah, I didn't think that you actually picked me to
There
talk.
you go. So what's on your mind?
Um I actually have a question about what do you think about um, a particular case. For myself, I believe I am FBA, but it may be like, I don't know, a thing. So I technically was born in Germany,
Okay.
but that was due to my parents being in the military, but everybody else in my family would be considered FBA. So would that make me FBA or would that make me something different?
Right. Both of your parents FBA?
Yes.
Yeah, you're FBA because you're born. We talked about that before. Being the military bases, that's basically American territory. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's still a part of the American system. And you have two FBA parents, so you're still a foundational Black American. Yeah, it wasn't like you were just randomly up in Germany to some like a half German parent or something. It's not like a Drake situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's
Right. Right.
yeah. You're definitely foundational Black American. Yeah. Well, what part of the states are your family, your mother and dad from? Where are they from?
My dad's from South Carolina,
Okay.
uh, Aiken, South Carolina, and then my mom's from Arkansas, and it's like a little country town, like Marietta, Arkansas, uh, Kokomo, Arkansas, that area.
Right. And how old were you when they brought you back to the States?
Well, I was born there, and then I came back to the States for like 3 years. So I was a baby. And then I went back to Germany, and then I got here in 1999.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And when you were a baby, see, you didn't have to go through an immigration process, did you?
No, 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 no. I have like a birth abroad certificate, and I have a U.S. Army like registration paper. Like I don't have like a normal uh, American birth certificate. Like
Right. It's military. It's military. Right.
yeah,
Right. And plus,
yeah.
you ain't got no immigration papers. So yeah.
No, no, no
Right.
immigration papers.
What I'm saying, FBA. See, that's the thing. Um,
Yeah,
if you get into the non-FBA territory when there's somebody in your family with some immigration papers. If somebody is in the immigration database, that's when you got to raise questions. Like my family, zero immigrants, none on my mom's side or my dad's. We ain't got no immigrants in the family at all.
right,
So yeah, so
right.
you good. You good to go. You're good to go.
Okay, good.
All right, beloved. Thank you so much.
Hey y'all, I'm having a good time on the beach right now, and you know I had to get my root work on. So you need to get your root work on too at rootworkstyle.com.
That's that root work flavor, bold and divine. Root work flavor, gotta get that shine. Root work flavor, feeling fresh and new. 'Cause root work deodorant chooses you. Smooth on the skin, class in your soul. You wear root work when you're in control.